blast in the desert. Who will strike first? John Lennon and Joe Saunders face off on Masson HD.
It's a great day for baseball.
Beware the dark clouds of Friday the 13th. It's a new day for the Nats. Hopefully, Diamondbacks are in town to take on the Nats for 3. Interesting series in Phoenix just last week. These ball clubs waited 4 months to see each other. Now they get a big dose of it twice in a row. Bob Carpenter, Rob Dibble, a series filled with home runs last week. In fact, the Nats hit 10 of them in that 4-game series. So what gives here?
Well, it's Friday the 13th. Time to change our luck, and hopefully we can do it tonight against a guy who had a great outing against us last time, Joe Saunders. But when we were in their park, 10 home runs, guys are swinging the bat very well, and they were having their way with the Arizona Diamondback pitchers. So hopefully tonight, Bob, they've got their swings down, and they're going to go out there, and John Lennon will shut down their offense.
Now, the Nats only had 90 home runs when they started that series. They have 108 now, 9th in the league, and the Diamondbacks have hit 132. Only the Milwaukee Brewers have hit more homers than the Arizona Diamondbacks, but they strike out a lot. On the other hand, they don't pitch the ball very well.
No, they don't pitch the ball very well. That's why they went out and they made a lot of trades, got rid of Edwin Jackson, got rid of Danny Herron, but they've got some very good kids in return, and this is what's coming up for us tonight. Obviously, Joe Saunders, John Lennon. Tomorrow, you're going to see Ian Kennedy come over from the Yankees, and then Barry Enright. So we've got a lot of young guys coming after us, and it's time to turn things around and turn these home runs and runs into some wins.
And, of course, Marquis and Strasburg chomping in the bit to get out on the mound again after their rough outings. Now, Joe Saunders, 1-1, 3.27 as a D-back, and the complete game against the Nats last week. John Lennon, 3 career starts against Arizona, and a sparkling ERA of 0.47. The only game he ever lost was a 1-0 shutout to Brandon Webb. All right, the haircut's ready. Let's go. Rethink Possible, and by Hager. Established 1926. Your own great moment starts at Hager.com. Well, maybe some folks took the water taxi over from Alexandria. Maybe they took the Metro, came down Half Street through the center field gates.
It's a new night for the Nats, and they need a breath of fresh air here after a tough series against Florida. Stephen Drew doing a good job for the Diamondbacks at shortstop. He's one of the guys who hit those 4 consecutive home runs the other day at Milwaukee. So he's starting to get some power going. J.D. Drew's little brother has driven in 40 runs on the year. The Diamondbacks are 12th in the league in batting average, 5th in runs, and 2nd in home runs. They can do some damage, and John Lannon will have to be at his best. And, Rob, they're not too shy about putting some left-handers in the lineup against John Lannon tonight.
No, they are not. They have 5 lefties in the lineup, and 6, including Saunders. The PNC Bank Sky Report. Keys to John Lannon having some success tonight. Do some groundwork, get a lot of ground balls. You got to get inside. Our pitchers didn't do a good enough job against the Marlins getting inside. And then that change up to lefties is good. You just have to locate it down.
Lannon's first pitch of the game is out of the zone. 7:06 first pitch. Cloudy skies, 78 degrees. It has looked like rain all day, but just a few sprinkles here and there throughout the D.C. area. Quite comfortable at the ballpark. Wind is blowing in from right center field. And that ball is hit out to left. Josh Willingham back after 2 days off. Come on back. The ball will find you, and it does. Josh puts it away for the first down. And lately, any out in the first inning has been big. Maxwell and Morris join Josh in the outfield tonight. Alberto Gonzalez gets a start up the middle with Ian Desmond. Zimmerman done at the corners, and Wilmy Abels has home plate tonight. Josh battling a sore knee, but he's back in there. 3 for his last 22, but he did have a nice pinch hit double a couple of nights ago. Here's Kelly Johnson, the second baseman. And the former Atlanta Brave is prospering as a Diamondback, hitting in the 280 range. 17 home runs and 52 batted in. Lannon working quickly, pumping strikes. 18-year veteran and the crew chief, Jeff Kellogg, has the plate. Larry Vanover, Angel Campos, and Mark Carlson the bases. Kelly Johnson never hit more than 16 home runs with the Braves. That was 3 years ago. And he is gone as John Lannon, who doesn't strike out many, gets his 30th of the year in 87 innings.
And maybe one of the best fastballs we've seen in a long time from John Lannon, around 93 miles an hour on the inner half of the strike zone. And a great pitch to start off the first inning and first 2 guys.
Well, you know how Rob and I love to see pitchers go up and in. When you get a strike with it, that's even better. And here's Justin Upton, swinging the bat pretty well now. 322 over the last month. But another guy who strikes out a lot. Good changeup by John. Upton 131 times. Johnson, who just batted, 101. Young, who led off, 98. And coming up is LaRoche with 115. And later Mark Reynolds with 159. These guys strike out at an unbelievable rate.
Well, and we had a good laugh, and it's not funny if you're the Diamondbacks manager, Kirk Gibson. They hit their 1,000th strikeout when we were in their ballpark.
And that was 67 strikeouts ago, 1 week ago. How about that? 1-2 delivery, and John goes outside. Kirk Gibson, outstanding player. Interim manager with the D-backs after they let A.J. Hinch go.
MVP, 2-time world champion, and real tough competitor.
Lannon with another strikeout. How's that for a good first inning for a Nats starter? Alberto Gonzalez, don't see him lead off very often. He's next. Losing streak with some offense tonight. Hopefully John Lannon will do what he just did for quite a while tonight. Adam Dunn having a good August. Extra base hit, still leads the National League. Third in total bases, second in slugging. First in homers and third in runs batted in. He is all over the league leader page. Here's Joe Saunders, 119th start, 55 career wins, and that was the only time in his career he faced the Nationals when he shut them down with the complete game last week.
PNC Bank scouting report for the achiever in us all. Joe Saunders, career 55-33 record. Road test. He's better on the road this year than at home. He's got a 3.4 ERA on the road, 5 at home. Get it right. Right-handers, 14 home runs, Bob, against him, 3 for the lefties. And he's got a great breaking ball.
He goes heater, misses. Ball 1 to Gonzalez. Alberto hitting .280. We don't often look at his on-base percentage, but since he's a leadoff guy tonight, why not? And it now just rose above .304. As Gonzalez now hitting about .330 over his last 30 ball games.
Doesn't get any better than this. You come up there, you get a fastball over the heart of the plate, you put it right back between the legs or right by the legs of the pitcher. Great job. You see the bat head out in front of the plate. Right there.
Alberto with that swing, taking no stride at all. Just staying very quiet. Rocket up the middle, and here's Desmond. And Saunders throws 3 consecutive fastballs to start his evening. Ian at .260. All 9 of his home runs have been solos this year. There's a changeup, and he takes it to right. Beautifully done. Justin Upton raised his glove as if to give Alberto Gonzalez the idea he was going to catch the ball, but Alberto did not fall for the deke, and the Nats are off to a good start.
That's a great approach. He's been pulling off the ball. This time he stays down over it, hits it to right field. So you want more fastballs. The only way is to hit those breaking balls and changeups to right field.
Best start to a ball game for Rick Eckstein all week. The Nats have had, I think, only 4 times on this homestand they've had back-to-back hits, including those 2. So here's Dunn. And he goes up hacking. Diamondbacks defensively 10th in the league. Gerardo Parra in left field has 8 outfield assists. Something to think about if Adam got a base hit over there. Stephen Drew, very good young shortstop, 7 errors. Kelly Johnson, solid up the middle. Catcher Miguel Montero. And Dunn swings again. That'll advance both runners. A productive out for the number 3 hitter with Zimmerman coming up. So Desmond down to second, Gonzalez ahead of him. Ryan Zimmerman and Joe Saunders last time.
High fastball, dead center field. It was just well struck. And when he gets extended and just gets through the ball, Bob, he hits the ball as hard as anybody in the big leagues.
That was the only run the Nats scored in that 6-1 loss. Saunders gave up only 4 hits the rest of the night and shut down the Nats. They got 3 double play balls. And for Ryan at that time, it was his 19th homer. He has 22 now. And a breaking ball. Missing.
Well, and you want to talk about consistent this year. When Zim's batting in the 3-hole, hitting .299. When he's hitting in the 4-hole, hitting .296.
Zimmerman, base hit, left field. Gonzalez scores. Here comes Desmond. He is in there. And Zimmerman second on the throw. 2-0 Nationals. Ryan's RBI total shoots up to 66.
Well, the Nationals 23-20 when they score first in the first inning. Zim gets a pitch on the inner half after a bad breaking ball, and he doesn't miss it. Tries to get inside, doesn't get far enough in. Desmond reading the play perfectly, hustles, great turnaround third, and he scores easily. Not a good throw.
They would have had a shot at Ryan at second base. Montero had to reach way up for that one. No error given. They give the runner the benefit of the doubt. Second on the throw there, and here's Josh Willingham. Josh having a rough month. Batting average down to 264. And I'm sure Rob has noticed the trend that after what Saunders did to the Nats last week, they are not letting him get very deep into the count. They don't want to deal with his off-speed breaking stuff when it gets 2 strikes.
They realized when they were out in Arizona that he throws that breaking ball, it dives right at the plate. And even if you're getting out in front of the plate, you're still going to hit it down in the zone. And they didn't get a lot of good wood on his pitches out in Arizona.
And Josh was pumping on 2-0. So on Friday the 13th, impatience can be a good thing. Nats at home, 29-26. Diamondbacks about the same on the road as the Nats are, 20 games under 500. They're 18-38, but they've played well against the East. They're 15-14. Willingham high in the air to right center. Justin Upton under it. Zimmerman looks like he wants to tag, but he won't. Upton has a good arm. One hops the cutoff man, 2 outs. Way back in 05, Levon beat the Arizona Diamondbacks on opening night here. 10 of the last 16 they've won in this city. D-backs have actually played better on the road lately, just coming off a nice series in Milwaukee because they're scoring a lot. And on the spooky Friday the 13th, the Nats are actually a pretty good team. Boy, somebody at the stats department not very superstitious to even think about looking at that stat. Here's Michael Morse. Since he homered last weekend in L.A., Michael is 0 for 14 with 7 strikeouts. He's got those hands right over the inside corner of the plate. He's extending his arms before he even starts into his swinging motion.
Had a long conversation with hitting coach Rick Eckstein about Michael. And he just feels that when Michael's starting, he puts too much pressure on himself. When he was coming off the bench, he was relaxed. He was trying to face pitchers like everyone was a closer. He just needs to go back and not try to do too much.
And a breaking ball hit to deep short. That ball gets through. And because it gets through, Zimmerman will score. Parra airmails a throw again. And the Nationals lead 3-0. Looked like 2 guys had a chance to knock that ball down. Neither of them did. And Gerardo Parra must be in love with his 8 assists, Rob, because he's launching throws all over the place.
Well, and Stephen Drew, who is just making play after play after play in Arizona, this one seems like it's close to him making the play. He can't come up with it. Even if he had caught it, he would have stopped Zimmerman from scoring. And then that ball nearly hits Justin Maxwell.
They did give him an error on that one because they weren't sure. Morse was taking second on the throw, and Michael gets a badly needed base hit and his 21st RBI. So the Nats a big crooked number on the board here, and Justin Maxwell steps in. Saunders starts in with a breaking pitch. But I mentioned earlier, Parra has 8 assists, tied for second in the league. But a strong throw is not always a good throw.
Yeah, accurate is way better. And down, so at least you can cut it off and keep that guy from going to second. So twice he's thrown it over the head of the cutoff, over the head of the catcher, and allowed our runners to get to second base. Maxwell
takes one inside, 2-1. Maxwell hitting $128, 6 hits and 47 at bats. Over 30 ball games. Did have a home run in Los Angeles over the weekend. Didn't see hardly any action in the Florida series. He'll go to right field. Ball drifting near the line for Upton, and that's it for the Nats. 7 batters, 4 hits, 3 of them score. Some high fives. 3-0 Nats. Second inning coming up. Call for the Luna Double. Get your second room of flooring free at 877-241-LUNA. We call this back-to-back squared because the Arizona Diamondbacks, for the 7th time in Major League history, had 4 hitters, Rob, back-to-back-to-back-to-back home runs.
Well,
same pitcher.
It was against Dave Bush in the 4th inning, Wednesday night, on 10 pitches. And you will see that not many of these were inside, not many were down in the hitting zone. It was just a field day for those 4 hitters. So
Capped off by Stephen Drew with his 4th homer this month.
Well, and we stress the same thing with our pitching staff. If you're not going to come inside and you're going to allow the hitters to become comfortable like that, they're going to take advantage of you, and that was just one of the worst case scenarios right there.
Who's the 6th best hitter in the league against left-handed pitchers? You're looking at him, Adam LaRoche. 328 against lefties this year. This guy's got a sweet swing going right now. We saw him last week. 19 homers, 74 RBIs, and that's 8th best in the league. John Lannon, for some reason, has owned Adam LaRoche. One ball, one strike. Popped up, center field. Desmond out. Maxwell in. 4 in a row for John Lannon to start the game. And Robbie had 2 strikeouts in the 1st inning.
Couldn't get any better than this, Bob. He was really attacking the strike zone there after that Chris Young fly out to left field. Gotten out, got comfortable. He punches out Kelly Johnson, and then a great changeup right there. Gets Justin Upton swinging and missing. So just as impressive as the strikeouts are the swings and misses for John tonight.
Here's Miguel Montero. He's swinging the bat well. He's hit safely 10 of his last 12 ball games. Montero, 27 years of age, from Caracas, Venezuela. Fellow countryman of Alberto Gonzalez. And John is sharp. That's right on the outside corner. Montero, good hitting catcher. 267 average in his 4 years. He had 294 in 128 games last year. Target away. Our UVA Wahoo. Mark Reynolds is next. Hitting the heaviest 217 in baseball. Pretty good breaking ball by Lannon, just missing outside. Lannon gets a weak grounder, lets it go for Desmond. Easy play for Ian. John has 5 in a row to start the ball game, and here's Mark Reynolds. And we're glad Mark's okay after a scary moment. Colin Ballister's fastball got him last week.
And I spoke with Mark today. He's fine. He said the second day he should have never been playing. He was okay that night. Came out, tried to play the next day. And he was in good spirits today, and he's fine, and he knows that it was not intentional on Colin's part.
Yeah, he played about half the game the next night and came out, and then did not play after that. 26 home runs, 4th in the league. RBI total just out of the top 10 at 70. And it's impossible to ignore the strikeout number of 159. Last year, Mark Reynolds struck out 223 times, breaking his own major league record. Looked like a changeup, and here comes Zimmerman, his former Cavalier teammate, to throw him out. And the top of the second is over. John Lannon, 2 ground ball outs there. Lannon and Gonzalez coming up in the bottom of the second inning. Base hits, getting the game off to a great start.
Well, Desmond, that 2-hole hit was wonderful, and then Zim coming up after Adam Dunn moved them along to second and third. Very clutch. Then with 2 outs, Michael Morse gets a tough pitch, fights it off, and drives in the 3rd run. So a wonderful start to tonight's ball game.
Big hit for Jim Riggleman's right fielder, breaking an 0 for 14. So for a change, the manager is ahead early in a ball game. His managerial strategy has been paralyzed all week because the starters haven't been able to keep the Nats in the ball game. So here's Will Nieves hitting a .180. Rob did note something in the first inning. Adam Dunn did pull the ball on the ground, advancing 2 runners, but 2 right-handed batters made outs to right field, Willingham and Maxwell. So the Nationals have a game plan, Rob, of staying on Joe Saunders' pitches tonight, not trying to pull everything.
Well, I mean, if I'm pitching against our team and we have so many good power hitters, guys that can drive the ball, I want to keep the ball away from them. They can get extended, but if they try to pull an off-speed pitch, they're going to hit it on the ground. And if they're going to swing in a fastball, I'm going to jam their hands. And that's how I would pitch this to our team. They're a very good hitting team, but you have to adjust to the outside pitches and go with them, and then they'll start pitching back inside on you.
I think there's something else at work here, and I'm interested in your thoughts on this. you don't see a team for 4 months, then you play them back to back. Don't you think the hitters like that a whole lot more than the pitchers do?
Oh, absolutely. And, I mean, you're facing the guys twice in 1 week.
Yeah.
So, obviously, okay, and he burned us pretty good out in Arizona. They came to play against this guy tonight. It's nice to see.
And Will taking some hacks and staying alive.
But approach is everything. I mean, especially, we've talked about it with Michael Morse. It's a respect factor. We know now you can hit for power, for average. When you were coming off the bench, okay, guys didn't really concentrate that much on you, but now they're seeing it 3-4 times a game. They're going to take a lot more focus on throwing you a lot of off-speed stuff.
Will Nieves jacks one to left center. Look at this baby go. It is gone! Can you believe how far Will Nieves just hit that ball? The second homer of the year for Will and his 4th major league home run, and I guarantee you, he's never hit one as far as that.
Well, we talked about right-handed hitters. Kinetics going to show this. Right-handers have hit 14, now 15 home runs against Joe Saunders. That was just too fat of a breaking ball. Will Nieves all over it. And he'll take that and get a lot of love and a lot of high fives.
That dugout is stunned in a good way. Will Nieves hit that ball about 385 to 390 to left center. John Lannon's the hitter, 2 for 29 on the year, a couple of RBIs.
But you couldn't be happier for Will. He doesn't get a lot of playing time. When he does, he makes the most of it. He kills himself when he's not playing. It's just a wonderful addition on this team.
And he's very happy in his role. Never complains. Always ready. That was some blast. 2-2 to Lannon. John hits it well. Right at Mark Reynolds. Where this ball went out, about 20 feet to the left of it is the 377 mark.
Just saw that. Head down. Nice fluid swing. Not about trying to hit this up in the air. It's just about trying to hit it hard. And great things will happen. Friday the 13th, Bob. Freaky Friday.
Man. Starting to think about that movie of the same title. I hope I don't wake up in the 3rd inning and I've got tattoos and you're doing play-by-play. There have been some role reversals on Friday the 13th in the past, and right now, this is the ultimate role reversal.
Yes.
Because the Nats have been hammered in every game early this week, and finally this thing turns around. Long way to go, but this feels a lot better than the last couple. And that's a breaking ball down and in, 2-1 to Alberto. And give Gonzalez a lot of credit. He hardly ever starts, and he got the first inning off to a great start. Second pitch he saw right up the middle, base hit. Saunders tries to buzz him inside with a fastball, 3-1.
Well, the dynamic duo of Alberto and Will. They're role players. When they start, they bust it. And tonight, he led off the first inning, bottom of the first inning, and started the whole rally. And then Nieves comes up, takes him deep, starts the rally in this inning.
Good use of the base hits. 5 hits, 4 runs. And Gonzalez is 2 for 2.
He's making it look easy.
Sometimes it does when you stay on the ball and swing easy and hit line drives the other way. Mel Stottlemyre Jr. is going to make a visit to the mound, their pitching coach.
Well, H.H. Gray's going to show this. Look at the front foot. He goes towards the plate, head down. I'm going to go to right field. And it's just a hard line drive, not trying to hit a home run, just trying to get the singles, make contact. It's also knowing your limitations. You know, you're not going to hit like Ryan Zimmerman. You're not going to hit home runs like Adam Dunn. But you can certainly be a 300 hitter up here.
By the way, these are more hits than Joe Saunders gave up the entire game in Phoenix. Ian Desmond went to the right side for a base hit, his first time up. First pitch breaking ball inside corner. Desmond coming off a 2-for-12 series against the Marlins, but he hit 2 home runs. Other ball games involving the National League East. The Marlins gave up 3 in the first, getting a dose of their own medicine at Cincinnati. And that's Josh Johnson against Edinson Volquez. Phillies are at the Mets. Cole Hamels and R.A. Dickey scoreless in the second. And later, the Braves behind Tim Hudson, who's starting to pitch himself in the Cy Young consideration at 13-5 against Hiroki Kuroda of the Dodgers.
Yeah, he's got a long way to go. Jimenez and Wainwright both have 17 wins.
That's right.
Yeah, Hudson's not even close. I love Timmy, but Jimenez so far, he's got the lockdown on it, but Wainwright's right on his heels.
Desmond jacks this one to the bullpen. Right off the wall. Gonzalez to third. Listash holds him. And Ian Desmond has a single and a double. I'll tell you what. South Capitol Street looks like a golf driving range right now. The way the Nats are clubbing the ball around here.
Having been on the other end, it's not pretty when you're watching it from the D-back side, but that is a bad located changeup. So a poorly located changeup becomes a double, and it's second and third.
I don't know if that ball caused the phone to ring in that bullpen, but there are guys moving around. Second and third, 1 out, and here's Adam Dunn. I don't know if the pitchers union exists, but if they have a shop steward, Joe Saunders may call them and say, can we lobby for no back-to-back series next year? Pitchers do not like scenarios like this. Dunn on a breaking ball, half-hearted swing. On a pitch way outside, 0-2. Gonzalez single. At Desmond double. They're at third and second. In the second. That ball gets away, but Miguel Montero keeps it close. Big hit for Zimmerman, that 2-run single in the first. Adam Dunn IDs the breaking ball and lays off. %60 of the time, Adam does the job with an RBI in situations like this. Fastball up and in, got him. First strikeout for Joe Saunders tonight. He'll face Zimmerman. The Nats are helping your kid go back to school in style. Sunday, first 10,000 kids 12 and under receive a free Kids Back to School supply kit presented by our friends at Smithfield. Visit nationals.com/tickets to purchase your ducats in advance for Sunday. And of course, it has the Zimmerman number 11 on it. Off-speed pitch fades outside. Ryan's ahead in the count.
By the way, that was Will Nieves' first home run outside the National League Central. He had one against the Cubs, one against the Reds, and one against the Cardinals since 2008.
How about that? Yeah, we'll never forget the one against the Cubs. It was an opposite field shot 2 years ago into the bullpen.
So Kyle wanted me to add that we're 2-1 when Will. That's not fair. He's got 4 home runs. He tries. 4 more than anybody up here in the booth.
Well, if he gets 5 more, he ties Levon. I hit 2 in Little League. Does that count? No.
There's Levon.
Levon pitched pretty well last night after a rocky start. He pitched into the 7th inning. The Nationals bullpen in that 3-game series with Florida pitched almost 13 innings. Zimmerman takes the walk and the bases are loaded with 2 outs. In fact, we know some of you like to go to massinsports.com. I submitted my weekly blog today and talked about some of the things those early deficits did to the Nats in that 3-game series. It took Jim Riggleman's ability to manage away, put pressure on the hitters, and it was, to say the least, a long 3 nights. And now I'm not even counting the rain delay. So here's Willingham, who flied to right field first time. Josh takes it outside. He's a selective hitter. Despite his recent struggles, Josh still 8th in the league in on-base percentage and 4th in walks with 65, more than all of last year. Pretty much the same pitch, and he bit on it. 1-1.
Saunders having just a terrible inning. 15 balls, 17 strikes. His pitch count's up to 51 now, and he's only retired 5 Nationals. Josh won Grand Slam this year at Citi Field. And a check swing, strike 2. Well, and Ryan Zimmerman talks about a sneaky fastball that Joe Saunders has. Well, it's his changeup and curveball that make that 91 seem like it's 95, and it's sneaking up on you. When you throw a great changeup or a great curveball and you keep the guys off balance, always leaning forward, trying to get to that changeup outside if you're a right-hander, and then all of a sudden he buzzes one up and in at 91, it seems a lot harder. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, close, ball 2. Diamondbacks defense standing around a lot in this inning. Not getting a whole lot of sympathy from up here after what the Nats have been through these last 3 games. 2-2 pitch. Willingham reaches out and hits it well to center. This ball is carrying to the edge of the track and caught by Chris Young. The Nats get a homer by Wilnie Avis, the 4th of his career, and he hit it a ton to left center. After 2, the Nats are clubbing, and they lead 4-0.
D.C., Nationals Park rocking tonight, 4-0 Nats. Will Nieves behind the plate after homering. And it'll be John Lannon, the man he's handling, against Stephen Drew. Good fastball by John. His fourth first pitch strike, having faced 7 hitters now. Lannon lasted 5 innings at the Dodgers last weekend. 5 hits, 2 earned runs. Total command right here and a pop-up left side. Ryan Zimmerman hollers off Will Nieves. And that's 7 straight for Lannon to start the game. Same time tomorrow night. Jason Marquis eager to get back on the mound. Ian Kennedy for the Diamondbacks. Day game with Strasburg Sunday. DC 50 joins us. And after a day off on Monday, on to Atlanta for night games Tuesday, Wednesday, and a matinee getaway day Thursday before the Nationals head on to Philadelphia. Gerardo Parra, the left fielder, hitting .237. Didn't see much of Parra during the series out there. Started the first game, that was it. 23-year-old from Venezuela. Signed with the Diamondbacks with Mike Rizzo at the controls at the age of 17 6 years ago. Drove in 60 runs in 120 games at the big league level last year. Hit a home run in his first major league at bat against the Reds. That was May 13th of last year. And that was kind of interesting because he became the 100th player in Major League history to do that. Pitcher Joe Saunders on deck. Breaking ball. John got too much of the plate with it, and the number 8 hitter knocked it up the middle. Diamondbacks have their first base runner. That'll give Saunders a chance to sacrifice, which he's only done once in his career. I think John wanted that ball a little further out, didn't he?
Well, he's pounding the strike zone right now. So, give that guy a little bit of a victory for that base hit, but come back. You got the pitcher up there now. Probably get a sacrifice bunt right here, so take the out, and you'll have 2 outs in the inning.
Saunders, with all of his time in the American League, has only had 10 big league at-bats. Came up with the Angels in 05, but just 2 games that year, 13 the next year, 18 in 07. Then he made 31 starts in 08 and 09, going a combined 33 and 14. 6 and 10 for the Angels this year before that multiplayer trade involving Dan Herron. Way upstairs, 1-1.
Well, Joe Saunders and Urban Santana a couple years ago saved that pitching staff because when John Lackey started the year injured, Kelvin Escobar started the year on the disabled list. Those 2 guys went out and put up all-star numbers in the first half, so they both made the all-star team a couple years ago. Okay, great record, 55 and 33 coming in tonight.
Lays it down. Nieves grabs it. Nobody covering third, but they do recover and get over there, so the runner stops at second base. That ball was going to go foul, but Will Nieves, up by 4 runs, I think made a good decision. Grab the ball, get the out, and keep the game moving along, and that's what Will did.
Well, he doesn't have time to make that kind of decision whether or not it's going to be fair or foul. If it's fair, he grabs it and says, okay, the pitcher's running. I've got a good enough arm where I can get it, and that's a great save by Alberto Gonzalez on the scoop down at first base.
Alberto can play anywhere. Top of the order, Chris Young. Lannon floats him a changeup outside. Dodgers underway at Atlanta. Did not score in the top of the first against Tim Hudson. What else is new?
Will shouting some words of encouragement to his pitcher. Knows he's throwing a good game right now. Wants him to stay focused and keep throwing strikes.
John is pitching to a regulation hitter off the stretch for the first time. And he gets a strike with a tailing fastball. Chris Young riding an 8-game hitting streak. Came in batting .270. Kelly Johnson was Lannon's first strikeout victim back in the first. Good movement by John on the off-speed delivery. And the count's full.
He's throwing a lot of changeups here. 3-1, supposed to be down. A little too high. He actually swings under it. I'm going to try and make a living up there tonight.
And he got another strikeout. John Lannon tailing the ball away from the right-hander beautifully. Another off-speed pitch, 3 Ks for Lannon, and 3 outstanding innings. Go to the bottom of the third inning. AT&T trivia for you. Joe Saunders, who has played the most Major League Baseball games from his alma mater, Virginia Tech. He was 27-7 for the Hokies. Born in Springfield, went to West Springfield High School. The most Major League ball games from Tech. Could it be Saunders with 119? Here's Michael Morse, bottom of the third underway. He jacks one high in the air, deep left center. Chris Young under it. On a different night, that would have a chance, but the wind is blowing in from right over top of the scoreboard. And that's how the bottom of the third starts, with Maxwell coming up. So we got Saunders from Tech, Maxwell from Maryland, Reynolds and Zimmerman from UVA. Joe actually born in Falls Church. 12th overall in 2002 by the Angels. He was in the minor leagues for about 4 years before getting to the big leagues. Fraying of the labrum in his left shoulder had him out for the entire 03 season. Had surgery, did not pitch a single inning that year. Maxwell in on his hands. That ball spinning on Stephen Drew. Close at first. 2 outs. Let's answer the trivia. The most major league games from Tech. Franklin Stubbs. How about that?
Former Dodger.
Yep. Well, they had us on that one.
No, I knew the answer. I just didn't want to make you look bad.
Well, I know how dangerous you are with that new iPad of yours.
Nah, I'm not looking things up. I don't do that.
Willie Avis homered. First time up tonight. And I mean homered. Red seats, deep left center. Some other Hokies. The late Johnny Oates. Brad Klontz, a sidewinding reliever for the Braves. Mike Ovick. Willie Avis, look at him pulling the ball tonight. What's up with that? And Will out of that number 8 spot, 5 total bases. He's 2 for 2. He and Alberto Gonzalez are putting on some show here.
It's a surprise attack.
Secret weapons.
Yeah, well, he usually goes to right field. Tonight, he feels like pulling the ball, gets the bat out in front. And if you see where the bat gets out, hits the ball out in front of the plate, gets it in between short and third.
John Lennon hit a line drive his first time right at Mark Reynolds. So the Nationals have 8 hits in 3 innings. So this is their 18th batter. They've had 8 hits, a walk, and 4 runs. Oh, 2 quickly to Lannon.
We talked about the importance of the number 2 hole hitter, and last night the number 8 hole hitter, and that's exactly what Will Nieves did. A base hit in the number 8 hole. Landon doesn't lead off at the bottom of the 4th inning, so it's a victory right there in itself.
Fastball gets him. Outside corner. Nationals have stranded 5 runners, but on to the middle innings with the home team on top by 4. Nationals Park. And it's a good night so far for the Nats, 4-0. Visit AFCEA.org, the association for IT pros. And here's Debbie with our AFCEA sideline report.
Whenever the Nationals players leave the clubhouse, they go through a tunnel into the dugout, and they pass a saying on the wall by Joe DiMaggio. And it says, "There is always some kid who may be seeing me for the first time. I owe him my best." And Ian Desmond takes that quote to heart.
I look at baseball as a job. You know, I feel like I'm employed to play as hard as I can and to give it all I got, you know, for the 9 innings or however many innings the game may go. You know, it's special to be able to, you know, walk out and see somebody like Joe DiMaggio have the same feelings that I have. You know, hopefully, you know, I can keep that for the rest of my career and hopefully end up in the position he's in.
Ian also told me that it really gives him goosebumps just to go by that quote and think about Joe DiMaggio. He's got the makeup that Jim Riggleman says is off the charts. If he keeps that up, who knows what will happen down the road. Bob?
At the age of 24, he is very mature. I know Jim has talked about his leadership capabilities. And when he makes some better decisions at shortstop, we will see him at his very best. And I think the Nats are onto something for several years with this young man out of Sarasota. Third rounder by the Expos back in 04, 84th player drafted, Ian Desmond. Top of the 4th inning, Desmond sets up the middle with Alberto Gonzalez as Kelly Johnson leads off for the Diamondbacks. John Lannon averaging 13 pitches per inning. He's also averaging 9 strikes per inning. Front door breaking ball is in there. Kelly Johnson struck out first time on a fastball right there. Then he goes heater and misses outside. Feels like a September evening here. 78 degrees, breezy. A little break from that hot and muggy weather thanks to the rain last night. And the Nats off to a good start offensively in this series. So's John Lannon. 2-1 pitch.
So far, John's been able to keep the lefties at bay. They came into tonight hitting .360 on the season against John Lannon.
Kelly Johnson pulls it. Adam Dunn. Ball came up on him. Leads Lannon perfectly to the bag for the first down. Purchase your Sunday Family Fun Pack. Why not this Sunday? Diamondbacks are here. Steven Strasburg's pitching. A seat, hot dog, chips and a soda starting at just $14. Go by nationals.com/kids to purchase your family fun pack tickets. And you might take home that back to school kit as well. Here's Justin Upton, who struck out swinging first time up. Only 2 teams in the league have scored runs tonight. The Nats and the Cincinnati Reds, who still lead the Marlins 3-0. 2 other ball games in progress. No score. Phillies, Mets, and Dodgers, Braves. Zimmerman right there to cut it off. 2 down. And for John Lannon, 5 ground ball outs now here at Nationals Park. Cloudy, cool day in our nation's capital. Bob Carpenter, Rob Dibble, Debbie Taylor, Masson 2 HD, first of 3 with Arizona. Nationals took 5 out of 6 against them last year and swept them in this ballpark. And since 05, the Nationals lead the all-time series with the Diamondbacks 19-16. First pitch strike. What else is new from Lannon? This time, Adam LaRoche. And the 0-2 from Lannon. It's up.
open stance, very reminiscent of Andres Galarraga. And Adam Dunn does the same thing, where they put their front leg way out in front, outside the box. When they start coming towards the plate, coming towards the pitcher, he'll bring his front shoulder in, and that helps him stay locked in against the left-handed hitter. So he's got it out. And once John Lennon starts warming up, he'll bring it back in.
Off speed, got him. I mentioned nice and cloudy today. Perfect lighting for a photograph. The Nats posing for their team picture at about 4 o'clock this afternoon. John Lennon doing his job. That's in the middle. Will Nieves, second homer of the season and a base hit. Top of the order, setting the table beautifully right from the get-go tonight.
Alberto Gonzalez has been tremendous. So is Ian Desmond. They both have 2 hits apiece. Desmond with a double to throw in there. So 2 for 2 or 4 for 4, however you want to look at it for the top of the order.
There's Alberto hitting .294 with his 2 base hits tonight. Nationals with 8 hits in the first 3 innings. So many foul balls end up right by our roving camera. It's unbelievable. Gonzalez got overpowered by a fastball up and just pops it out to Chris Young. First time. One of the first 2 hitters has been retired tonight. Desmond is next, and then Adam Dunn here in the 4th. Nationals trying to reach a couple of milestones tonight. Their 30th home win and their 50th win overall. They won their 49th game 1 week ago tonight at Dodger Stadium. Desmond hits this ball pretty well out to left center, but hanging up for Young, and 2 quick outs for Saunders here in the 4th.
Guys are trying to pull that outside pitch, and they're popping it up. They are hitting it out there, but they're hitting it to center field and not getting enough of it.
And don't change your approach now. It's way too early in this game, Rob, and we know how explosive Arizona can be.
They can score a ton of runs on you, runs on you in a hurry, so you want to just keep pecking away and don't worry about what they're not scoring. Worry about what you can control, which is getting some more runs. There was a stretch where we kept shutting it down before the 5th inning. We'd score 5, 6 runs, but then the opposition would come back and beat us.
Yeah.
So you got to just keep every inning. Go up there and try to get another run.
Yeah, to borrow a football or basketball term, the Nats have not been a very good second half team this year. Now, there have been times when they have, but those are the nights when they've been way behind early, when they keep battling back and coming up short, kind of like that 9-5 loss to the Marlins 2 nights ago. There's a fastball in the inside corner to Dunn, and the count 3-1 to Adam. 0 for 2 with a grounder to first, and then his 143rd strikeout.
And what you would love to do in the first game is try to get Saunders out there as quickly as possible. Get into that bullpen. He's at 75 pitches already here in the bottom of the fourth.
Levon, the only starter who pitched significant innings really since his start last week in L.A. 3-2 coming. Adam Dunn goes the other way and slices it out of play. The Reds have added a run in the third and lead the Marlins in Cincinnati 4-0. I would imagine the Marlins probably got to their hotel at 2:30, 3 o'clock this morning after a long night here, and Adam Dunn's gone. 3 strikeouts for Saunders. On to the 5th inning. Nationals lead 4-0. So far. Now, the offense is nice, Rob, but the command and attacking the zone, as you say, for John Lennon, good so far.
One of his best nights. I mean, 7 out of 10 strikes are first pitch strikes, and that's a fabulous thing. Once you work ahead, put them on the defensive, and he's been able to put them away. He's getting a lot of strikeouts tonight. We know this is a big strikeout team, so as long as he continues to work ahead, should be a very nice night for John Lennon.
52nd pitch of the night coming. Miguel Montero leads off, top 5.
Quicker you get your defense in the dugout and put them on the offense, the better.
Yeah, they like holding bats better than wearing gloves for the most part. Lennon 51 pitches through 4, 35 strikes. Just missing outside, 1-1.
This pitch doesn't miss by much, but it's a nice idea. Kinetic here. Nice breaking ball.
Kinetic North America providing world-class technology to our national and homeland security customers. They bring you Nationals Pitch Track. Saunders just had a 13-pitch 4th inning. And Lennon gets the outer half of the plate, 2-2.
Last thing we want is to let Joe Saunders think that he's okay and now he's settled down and in a groove.
In fact, he's only thrown 23 pitches in the last 2 innings. So his night is on the mend.
Keep the heat on. Turn it up.
Lennon overpowers the left-handed batter. Fly ball to Willingham. Wind is pushing it. Josh has it. A little bit of a tricky night with the big breeze out there. John Lennon, 4 strikeouts tonight.
Well, you work ahead and then you put him away. It's a well-pitched fastball. This is a great changeup that he gets Justin Upton on. You can't believe it. Great location against Chris Young. Great location and a great breaking ball right there on LaRoche, who hits lefties very well. Throw that breaking ball at their shoulder. Try to break it down low.
Mark Reynolds. Slow roller down the third baseline. First time, and his former UVA teammate Ryan Zimmerman threw him out. Great changeup. Best of the night right there.
Equal opportunity out-getter.
By the way, Mark Reynolds has hit 1 home run since he was hit by that pitch last week. He had hit number 25 in that series against the Nats. And a 2-1 pitch is a high 80s fastball outside, 3-1. Stephen Drew, the shortstop, awaits. Diamondbacks have had 1 base runner so far. And Lannon throws one low, giving them their first walk of the night. League Leaders brought to you by Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races. Active game streaks of guys reaching base. We haven't seen Chris Johnson of Houston this year. Ty Wigginton of the Orioles. Chris Young here with Arizona, although he's not aboard tonight. Stephen Drew, he's also not been aboard this evening. Action-packed table games, red-hot slots await at Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races, West Virginia. Good Lannon breaking ball.
And the one thing that he's done well in the last few years with his ground ball outs is get a lot of ground ball double plays to work out of jams like this. So you give that guy a free pass, and now you got to make up, try to get 1 pitch, 2 outs.
Nats have turned 94 double plays. The Diamondbacks have hit into 103. That was an inside front door changeup. Something about that the catcher didn't like. They'll have a chat.
Well, he looks like he's not following through like he was in the first 4 innings. And now he's looking like he's a little bit tentative and trying to paint the outside, trying to hold on to that changeup a little too much. You can't aim the changeup. You got to throw it as hard as a fastball. Heard Craig Stammen talk about conviction. You got to be convicted every pitch. Throw it like it's your last pitch ever.
Three and one.
And in recent starts, when he gets in trouble, he starts to nibble. He's just trying to hit the edge, just trying to catch the edge. He's been attacking the strike zone and challenging these hitters, and that's why he's been so effective.
Lannon pitched 6 innings last Friday against the Dodgers. Gave up 3 runs, 2 earned on 5 hits. Nats took him out after 6 innings after he'd thrown 93 pitches. That was the night Adam Dunn hit the 2 home runs to account for all 6 of those tallies. We'll see if they do anything with the runner here. 3-2-1 out. He's running. Little pop fly on a play left side. So Kirk Gibson trying to stay out of the double play here with his number 8 hitter on deck.
Well, he's definitely the hitters you want to go after and attack. You wait for these type of innings. You get 6, 7, 8 pitcher. I want to start walking this part of the order.
That ball pulled over the glove of Adam Dunn into the corner. Reynolds heading for third. Third base coach Joel Youngblood's going to send him. There's a chance. Throw is offline. Safe at the plate. All the way to third goes Reynolds. If Alberto Gonzalez gets that throw right on the plate, Will Nieves might have had time to get the tag down, and this is a new ball game now.
Well, 3-2 pitch. Supposed to be outside. It's inside, so the location is right there for Drew to pull it down the line. Nice job by Michael Morse getting it into Gonzo. Gonzo trying to quickly get rid of it and throw it to Will. Actually, that's a great tag. I thought he got him. He got him before he got to the plate.
Home plate umpire Jeff Kellogg missed it. And now a base hit makes it 4-2. So the bottom of the order delivers for the Diamondbacks after John Lannon opened the door with that walk to Mark Reynolds. Joe Saunders is being called back now as Kirk Gibson has seen him get better through 4 innings. But evidently, well, I guess they haven't called him back just yet. He's in the batter's box talking to the third base coach, and that's an out.
There's the tag. As you see, the Exmo shows the knee gets tagged before the hand crosses the plate. So the Exmo gets the call right. The umpire does not.
And the reason Saunders stays in the game twofold here, he is pitching better, and with 1 out, he can sacrifice Gerardo Parra to second base.
Well, Gibson has nobody up in the bullpen. It would take a lot to get a guy ready on that kind of moment's notice. I just think they have some kind of strategy they might be working on right here.
Well, it's a shame when you work a relay pretty well. You do everything right, and you get the wrong call.
Well, they might try to do a slug bunt or something like that with Saunders, so you never know.
He did sacrifice first time up. Zimmerman's on the grass at third. Pulls the bat back and takes a fastball that looked like a pretty good pitch to bunt. I think sometimes in a play like that, a home plate, Rob, the call is made because the throw is high. And the umpire sees the high throw, and the catcher's got a long way to go. Doesn't think he can make the play, and then calls the runner safe despite the fact the play was made. Time to recover from that and get some outs here. 4-2 ball game. Lays down another bunt. Will snatches it from Zimmerman and throws it off the bag. Will Nieves has to let Ryan Zimmerman grab that ball because Ryan's coming in, not going out from home plate. And we saw Will almost throw the one away last time. That'll be a sacrifice and an E2 on the throw.
Well, that's just a mix-up in communication right here, as Bob said. Zimmerman's coming in. This ball's hit too hard for the catcher to go that far out and come across. Then he sees that, okay, I'm going to have to rush this throw. And he kind of holds on to it a little too long. But then there was nobody covering third. And so Drew went all the way around, Parra went all the way around to third. And
now the tying runs on base. Top of the order, Chris Young. That's at least the second bunt play the Nationals have botched this week. Jason Marquis dropped one in Los Angeles that cost a big inning.
That's just a lack of communication, and then nobody covering third. Someone's got to be on third base, whether it's Lannon or Desmond.
Young, tough to double up. He's only hit into 6 double plays this year. Zimmerman. This could be two. Look at this turn. Gonzalez from Zimmerman, and the Nationals play that one very well. That takes care of any further damage. A good pick by Zim. Great turn by Gonzalez. Loveza. 4-2 ball game, halfway through the game now. And the Nats may need some more offense. They're applauding because Bruce Boudreau is here at the game tonight, and he's on the video board. Earlier, the Geico President's Race and Friday the 13th, Rob, they're all Jason, huh?
They're all Jason. They're all scary. We thought this might be the night for Teddy. He's second. He's coming on strong to GW. But he doesn't get that late kick and can't win.
There's Bruce Boudreau, one of the most delightful guys in town. Had a great job with the Caps the last few years. Disappointing end to the 2009-2010 season. Well, how about some of the individual talent in this town now? Ovechkin, Zimmerman, the guy quarterbacking tonight, Donovan McNabb, and young Mr. John Wall about to become what we hope is a star with the Wizards. So here's the baseball version of Washington superstar Ryan Zimmerman to lead off bottom five. Ryan, perfect night so far. 2-run single, a run scored, and a walk. And I think Rob's point from last inning when the Nats led 4-0, well taken. It is not time for everybody, especially these right-handed batters, to abandon what got them to this point against Joe Saunders.
Stay with the right approach. Take what he gives you. If he throws your changeups away, just take the singles.
Yeah.
And you saw what happened when you start putting about 3, 4, 5 hits in a row together. That's when the big innings happen. 3 runs in the first inning.
Fastball tilting low and away, 2-1.
And Adam Dunn playing the role in the first inning of a number 2 type hitter. He moved the runners up to second and third in the scoring position. Then Zim drove them in with a double. Then a fly ball. And then another single by Morse gets Zim home.
Ryan just about falling through the other side of the batter's box after a big swing on a 2-1 pitch.
Saunders has thrown as many as 126 pitches in his start this season. 116 in the complete game start against us in Arizona.
3 double play balls that night. Zimmerman rocks one up the middle, and Joe Saunders heard that one sizzling by And Ryan hitting the ball extremely hard. Zimmerman is now hitting over 350 in his last 13 games.
Well, actually, what you saw there was the ball going off the bat, and it was 105 miles an hour the way it was hit. H.H. Gregg, it's a low outside pitch. You see him keep the head down and drive it up the middle. And thankfully, it wasn't any closer to Mr. Saunders. But the ball was hit 13 mile an hour harder than it was thrown.
Josh Willingham, 2 balls in the air tonight. 1 to right, 1 to center. And another one. This one popped up short right field. Justin Upton making a final adjustment because of the breeze for the first down. Next homestand will feature the Cubs and the Cardinals, and on Tuesday, August 24th. The Cubs will be here for T-Shirt Tuesday. First 10,000 fans receive a Steven Strasburg T-shirt presented by Tickets.com. Get your tickets at Nationals.com/tickets or 888-632-NETS. The classic pitching motion of Strasburg, number 37 on there. And here's Michael Morse with 1 on, 1 out. Pitchers are still ruling in the National League East tonight. Phillies, Mets, scoreless, bottom of the 5th. At Citi Field, Cole Hamels and R.A. Dickey. Edinson Volquez still has the Marlins shut out through 4. Reds lead, and the Braves, Dodgers, top of the 4th in Atlanta, scoreless. Michael Morse broke an 0 for 14 with an RBI single in the first inning, bouncing through the shortstop hole.
Afraid of. Saunders gets stronger as he goes along. The 4th inning, a 309 batting average against. 5th, 250. 6th, 193, and in the 7th inning, a 182 batting average against them this year.
Wow. The Nats made him throw 35 pitches in the 2nd inning. Morse golfs one foul left field way. So he had 54 pitches in the first 2 innings. In the 3rd inning, he gave up a hit but threw only 10 pitches. In the 4th, a 1-2-3 on 13 pitches. And the Nats have a base hit here in the 5th, so they have him near 90. With 1 out, 1 on here in the 5th. And Morse gets jammed and flies it to right center. Justin Upton there. A lot of balls in the air tonight. 2 outs.
A lot of jam shots, though. A lot of fastballs on the righty's hands. Did miss on the Will Nieves pitch, but for the most part, our power guys are getting jammed up in the middle of the lineup. Willingham's putting it up in the air, like you said. 3 times he's flied out. That's the 2nd time this game for Morse in the air.
Maxwell, fly ball to right, ground ball to short.
Now if you can get Maxwell here, he's got the bottom of the order. Nieves Lannon in the 6th inning.
Change up outside. Well, Will Nieves, one of his best offensive games of the year already after just 2 at-bats. Maxwell with a big rip, and it's back to the screen, 1-1. Fastball low, ball 2.
Strikes. Justin's got to try to cut down, drive the ball back up the middle, and drive to the right side.
Breaking ball gets Maxwell, 5th inning over. Nats will strand their 6th runner. 2, 3, and 4 coming up for the D-backs. They've got some momentum on a Friday night in our nation's capital.
To be Smithsonian Baseball Family Day at the museum, and the Nats are going to participate. Last year, Josh Willingham participated and had a great time with his family.
Well, it's a great time for some families to come over and spend some time and get some baseball, action in too as well over there at the museum, maybe before they come to the ballpark or something. So, it was a good event last year that I was able to participate in, and I'm sure it'll be good this year.
And, of course, his son Rhett had a ball. A lot of baseball-themed activities for the kids. Adam Kennedy and Sean Burnett will be there tomorrow. All the festivities kick off at 11:30 at the Smithsonian American Art Museum and National Portrait Gallery. A lot of fun, guys.
All right, Debbie, sounds like a great Saturday for families in the D.C. area. Kelly Johnson, 0 for 2. Justin Upton and Adam LaRoche, all 0 for 2. Lannon's done the job against them. Can he keep it going? Breaking ball fouled off, and quickly 0-2 here in the 6th.
Well, the best thing to do for John after that last inning, giving up a couple, come back, try to throw a big donut, nice 0 up there, and try to steal some momentum back to the Nationals dugout.
Inside 2-2.
He let Joe Saunders get comfortable, and now he's starting to really pitch a heck of a ball game.
Saunders, his batting spot pretty far away. Mass Mutual Financial Group with our in-game box score for the Diamondbacks. Look at the damage. It's all from the bottom of the order. Parra, 2 for 2 with a RBI. Steve and Drew, the big triple that really got things going. John Lennon hangs another breaking ball. Oh boy. Told you about this Arizona team with their offense. They're never out of a game unless you got them down 7 or 8.
We talked about the lefties and their batting average against, and left-handed Drew with a triple, left-handed Parra with a single, and now left-handed LaRoche with a hit. So 3 of their 4 hits coming from left-handed guys.
Tyler Clippard. Justin Upton, the hitter, representing the tying run now. Lannon gets a strike with a fastball. But John doesn't have the kind of differential hard-throwing pitchers have. His fastball, 88-89. His changeup, 83-84. Not a huge difference. He'll paint. That might have been his best fastball of the night.
That's a nice changeup, maybe even a cut fastball, but he took something off, brought it around the back door. He is changing up a lot of different pitches tonight, though. He's changing eye level. He's also changing sequences.
That was an ominous Friday the 13th stat. Hot shot up the middle. Gonzalez would do the double play himself. That is huge. And John Lannon gets his 9th ground ball out of the night.
Well, this is well struck, but look at where Alberto Gonzalez is playing, right behind the umpire. He takes it himself, steps on the bag, shuffles his feet, and this is just a tailor-made 4-3 double play. So one pitch gets John Lannon and the Nationals 2 outs.
Second twin killing in as many innings. And a ball laced to right field by LaRoche. Michael Morris pulls it in on the track. And the double play gets Lannon out of the 6th inning. Quickly, the Nats still lead 4-2. Defensively for Arizona, Lannon has, for the most part, shut down the D-backs, and the bottom of the Nats order has been productive.
Well, and a little help from his friends has helped John Lannon. Got the early lead, 4 runs, and that was the 4th run coming on the home run by Will Nieves. So 3 in the first, 1 in the second, but let's go, boys. Time to get some more.
Now they're giving him the silent treatment. First guy to greet him was Pudge, and then the rest of the dugout acted like they didn't even see his long 4th career home run.
Saunders has averaged basically 114 pitches his last 4 starts.
This will be number 95. And Nieves bounces it up the middle to Kelly Johnson. Mass Mutual back with the Nationals in-game box. Alberto Gonzalez, a 2 for 3 night. Ian Desmond, also 2 for 3. Zimmerman, couple of RBIs. Michael Morse has driven one in, and Nieves 2 for 3 in that number 8 spot. You making a mess out of our graphic there?
No, I'm not. Will Nieves needs a little more love than you give the guy. He's got a home run tonight.
I know, but I wanted him to take 2 pitches before he swung this time up. Pitcher's coming up next. You don't want this inning to go too fast.
Oh, he's Mr. Happy right now. They're full of adrenaline.
Giving you a telestrator is like giving an arsonist a flamethrower.
Wow.
Lannon goes up the middle. Stephen Drew to his left makes a fine play, throwing back across his body. And now Alberto Gonzalez will have to take his time with Lannon walking back to the dugout. We're having a Miller Lite party night at the ballpark. There'll be another one tomorrow. You can get a Scoreboard Pavilion seat and a drink voucher for $20, $22 for Prime Games. Come early, pregame happy hour at the Miller Lite Scoreboard Walk Bar featuring $5 beers. Well, so much for that theory. Gonzalez swings at the first pitch.
Someone forgot to tell Alberto.
Somebody needs to pull him aside and say, you take a pitch or two and give that pitcher of yours a breather.
Right. After 2 quick outs, and the pitcher just made that out with 2 outs. You got to give him a little time to kind of sit down and relax, but that's not going to do it.
How quick is that inning? Wow. Nats barely got Saunders to 100. 7th inning, 4-2 ball game. Miguel Montero, Mark Reynolds, and Stephen Drew, top of the 7th. Front door breaking ball stays inside. Sean Burnett joining Tyler Clippard.
Well, they've been up and throwing for a while anyway.
That ball driven left field way, slicing, and out of play. John Lannon has only gone 7 innings twice this year. His 3rd start of the year in a 5-3 win here against Milwaukee April 16th, and then at San Diego May 28th in a 5-3 loss. He's gone 6 innings 7 times. And 1-2 now. And the Diamondbacks are really unhappy about that call. We could hear their shouts from the dugout. And Miguel Montero cannot believe it's a 1-2 count now.
Kellogg's been giving that high breaking ball all night. been very consistent with it.
That changes the at-bat. Then he drops the big hammer on him. And Miguel Montero is not a happy hitter or catcher.
And you want to know the importance of going 7 innings for the Nationals. When our starters go 7+, we're 16-7.
Wow.
That's a beautiful breaking ball right at his shoulder, and now it's going to just drop off the plate. So H.H. Gregg, you see the great rotation over the top. As it tumbles down, Montero's thinking that's a fastball, and it's too late to change.
Did you say 16-7?
16-7 there.
Wow.
Read it and weep, Bob.
I'm reading it and smiling myself.
Yep, so we just got to start getting 21 outs, trying to get 24 outs. Things will change around here.
Fastball in there, Reynolds, 1 ball, 1 strike.
I mean, like I said, Cliff Lee went 10 straight starts going 8 innings or more.
Are you kidding me?
Wow. That's working.
Did you hear what Nolan Ryan said today?
No.
They're going to drop their ticket prices and increase the payroll. He is playing the PR man right now as the new president of that ball club.
Well, an owner.
I know.
Part owner.
But they're saying all the right things. We'll see if they do it down there. They got the biggest lead of anybody in baseball right now, even though the Angels have won 3 straight. The Rangers lead by 7.5 in the AL West. But usually when they make the playoffs, they run into the Yankees because the wild card usually comes out of the East, and that wild card ends up playing somebody else. That's a fair ball to Zimmerman. Launches it over to Dunn for the second out. Ryan got rid of that ball in a hurry. 2 down. He's thrown out Mark Reynolds twice.
Well, he makes his play look easy. It is not. It's hit right over the bag. It's a fair ball. Catches it in foul territory. Nice step as he's surrounding the ball. You see him get into position to throw before he makes the catch so that he's ready to got the setup going, and he gets his buddy Mark Reynolds out by a couple of steps.
Albert Pujols hit his 29th of the year tonight in St. Louis against the Cubs. So he's 2 behind Adam Dunn in second place in the league. Reynolds has 26. He's just been retired. And here's Stephen Drew, who hit that triple over Dunn's glove that got the Marlins halfway to their 2 runs back in the 5th.
Come on, John, finish this inning off. Come on. It's been in total control of this ball game other than that one little glitch inning.
I just wonder if Riggleman would consider sending him out there for the 8th against the bottom of the order. First things first, and that ball is lashed foul.
That was a high changeup. That's not where he wants to be.
Best play of the year by a ball girl right there. Or a person.
He's at 101 pitches. And here's the ball girl off the carom.
Nice.
Inside out, too.
She's been watching Alberto Gonzalez. 3-2 pitch. Right side, Dunn. Backhand to Lannon. 7 good innings for John. And it's time to stretch for a crowd of 19,549. Ian Desmond has a couple of hits tonight. 2, 3, and 4. Dunn. Zimmerman to follow. Bottom 7th coming up. Will John Lannon stay in the ball game? We'll find that out in a half inning. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. In the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. John Lannon's at 102 pitches. I don't see anybody shaking his hand just yet. They have a special place on the bench back there for Josh Willingham? I guess he sat out for 2 days and got his own placemat, huh?
No, that was from the team picture that someone I think is goofing on Josh with.
Here's Desmond. You mean you can't just stand next to anybody you want?
No, it's got to go by height.
Oh, okay. I heard a funny story about Andy Van Slyke once when he was with the Pirates. Their colors, black and gold. Well, he had some friends from Steubenville, Ohio. And look at Desmond, 3 for 4 now. Steubenville's high school's colors are black and gold. So 1 year on the team picture, he's got a black cap with the yellow S on it, and nobody ever noticed it until way too late.
Desmond takes that ball right back up the middle. A great way to lead off the bottom of the 7th inning here.
How about Ian Desmond, 3 for 4 tonight. With Gonzalez, a combined 5 out of 8.
Well, he's hitting like Joe DiMaggio tonight.
Here's Adam Dunn. Desmond, 12 out of 15 in terms of steals. And it's interesting, Rob, a possible steal situation because Adam's going to see a lot of off-speed breaking stuff from Joe Saunders. Unless he hits him on the first pitch with a fastball that runs way inside. So he was trying to move him off the plate and then drop the stuff away from him. And the Nats have 2 on, nobody out. Esmerling Vasquez for the Diamondbacks. This looks like the skipper coming out, Kirk Gibson. He's coming after the ball. So Saunders will go 6+. Nats get him out of the game. He threw 54 pitches in the first 2 innings. Fewer than that to get through the next 4. Summer as they can before school starts. Bob Carpenter back with Rob Dibble. Now, does whether the Nats score or not here decide whether John Lannon stays in this game?
Not necessarily. I think he's earned the right to at least come out and start the 8th inning. I mean, he's been in total control of this situation. I think just a victory here is not going to really change the outcome of the season, but it could change the direction where John Lannon goes the rest of the year. So for me, I think he definitely deserves it. But you know what? We have also a well-rested bullpen when it comes to the guys that close out games. He could go either way, but I think he deserves a shot at the 8th inning.
Esmerling Vasquez for the Diamondbacks. 2 on, nobody out. Right-hander matchup with Zimmerman, who's been on base 3 times. Fastball in there. Zimmerman homered against this pitcher in the Thursday game. In fact, Ryan hit homers his last 2 times up, in the 5th against Sam Demmel, the reliever, and then in the 8th against Vasquez. Nats lost that game 8-4. That's an off-speed pitch in the dirt. Counts even 1 run. .103 pitches. The final tally for Saunders, 63 strikes.
You know, we often debate, and there's what he's hitting against Esmerling. The quality start. To me, that's a quality start. He got beat up for 4 runs in the first 2 innings, and then he saved his bullpen and kept his team in the ball game at the same time and got through the 6th inning into the 7th inning.
3-1. So in your opinion, the quality start isn't just a matter of numbers.
No.
It's what you do for your team to keep them in a game.
Your job is to try to get a win for the team, whether it's 10-9 or 1-0. That's what a starting pitcher's role is. Go as deep and as hard and as long as you can and help that guy out. So Kirk Gibson, I'm sure he's very proud of the job that Joe Saunders did tonight. It looked like it was going to be a long night for the D-backs. Now they're still in this ball game.
Fastball in there, 3-2 to Zimmerman.
And I thought it was a great job by Saunders making adjustments. We came out, we were on fire, we were all over him. Great approaches up there. And he said, okay, I've got to right now in the middle of this start change the way I'm attacking this lineup because they're not doing what they did against me in Arizona. And he threw like 50 pitches over the last four innings. I thought it was beautifully done. But you see our record, 16-7 when our starters go 7. And I just think everybody gets more confidence if that guy can at least get 21 outs.
Zimmerman hits a double play ball right to the shortstop. And Ryan's hit into 12 double plays this year. Desmond over to third, 2 outs. It'll be up to Willingham here in the 7th.
Well, Vasquez is going to get behind Knetterton to show you. There's a first pitch strike. Then he's going to throw a changeup in the dirt, a wild changeup to the left side, another fastball away. Then he's going to throw a sinker in there, and another 95-mile-an-hour sinker that he's going to roll it over, get the ground ball, 6-4-3, 1 pitch, 2 outs. And he has a chance to help his ball club immensely here, get out of a tough jam.
Willingham's flied out 3 times. Sean Burnett still throwing in the bullpen. Identical pitches, 2-0. Desmond led off this inning with a base hit, his 3rd of the night. Way outside to the hammer. 7-0 now. Reds over the Marlins. Jay Bruce has homered, and they've knocked out Josh Johnson in Cincinnati. Dodgers Braves still scoreless in the 5th. And the Mets lead 1-0 over the Phillies in the 7th at Citi Field. 3-0 to Willingham. Taking all the way.
A 3-0 changeup. That's confidence in that pitch.
Well, I guess he thought Willingham might have the green light there. And he takes the hard slider low and away, and Josh Willingham walks for the 66th time this year. It'll be up to Michael Morse with 2 outs.
Well, this is something I talked to Rick Eckstein about. He said to Michael, he said, listen, if you can try to get a hit in your first at bat or take a walk in your first at bat, and then you get a hit or a walk the next at bat, you know what? You're already 2 for 2 getting on base, and you're having a wonderful night. So it's more about giving yourself a little less pressure trying to hit the ball every time and take a walk if they're going to give it to you.
Willie Harris runs for Willingham. I don't see anybody warming up in the Arizona bullpen, and I wonder if Jim Riggleman toyed with the idea of batting Roger Bernardina for Michael Morse here. He'll stay with the right-hander.
Well, he might be thinking also with that sinker that comes down and in on a righty. Michael Morse can maybe get one and not just get a hit and score a run, maybe get 3 all in the swing of one bat.
First and third, 2 outs. That pitch in on the trademark of Michael's bat.
Nice numbers there. 353, 2 outs, runners in scoring position. Michael just has to learn. He doesn't have to always hit to help this ball club.
Way inside with a fastball, 1-1. Desmond still at third with 2 outs. Willingham walked. Willie Harris runs for him.
And as far as Ian Desmond's getting down the line with Mark Reynolds back, why not a double steal?
Good call. Montero's only thrown out 29% of opposing base runners this year. And you know a staff with a 5.15 ERA, they have a lot of base runners to deal with and probably don't hold them on very well.
Well, as Merling's kind of battling himself here mechanically and on his pitches, falling behind everybody.
Morse gets jammed and bounces out to short. Drew to second, inning over. The Nats strand 2 more. They've left 8 tonight. Into the 8th. 4-2 Washington.
Well, you talk about quality starts. This was a gem. 64% first pitch strikes, striking out a bunch of guys, getting a lot of ground balls, keeping his team off the field. And in that dugout, he just did a great job when he got in the jam, get the ground ball, get the double play. There's a tailor-made one. And then that's the last out of the inning. He retired Drew on a 3-2 pitch. Ground ball to Dunn. Great 7 innings by John Lennon.
Willie Harris will stay in the game and play left field. And now we know why Jim Riggleman didn't pinch hit Roger Bernardina. He's going to put him in the 9-hole on a double switch here. So the outfield is Harris, Maxwell, and Bernardina. Speed to burn, left, center, and right. Sean Burnett takes over, the pitcher batting in the 6th spot. And for the Diamondbacks, Gerardo Parra leads off. They will pinch hit former Nat Ryan Church next for Vasquez.
Well, and you said it after the first inning, with a 3-0 lead, then a 4-0 lead. You've got Jim Riggleman's been able to manage this game from being ahead.
Yeah.
And so now he can put his good defense out there, set up his bullpen perfectly. Just helps to have that lead and not give the lead away early.
Burnett gets a foul tip off the bat of Parra. Aaron Heilman is the D-backs closer. He has 6 saves in that role. And like the Nats, they're a ball club that at times goes quite a bit of time in between save opportunities.
Well, and I think for Jim Riggleman and Kirk Gibson, who's trying to win his job over there in Arizona for next year, they're 46-70. We're 49-66. Every win is huge from this point on.
Burnett strikes him out on a pitch, diving down and in on the left-hander. So here's Ryan Church pinch hitting.
Great job right here. This is a 1-2 fastball down and in. Nice sinker. Watch the movement. Late movement. Boom right there. Doesn't come over the plate. It comes back in towards his ankles.
Ryan Church 1 for 6 as a pinch hitter with Arizona with an RBI. At the time he was traded, July 31st, he was hitting only a .182 for the Pirates. 31 hits and 170 at bats. Ryan, 31 years of age. He went, says Mark Carlson. Church, of course, came from Montreal to Washington with the Expos. Hit 287 here in 05, 276-06, 272-07. Never really played every day. Always had respectable numbers. And the count 0-2. Gone. Sean Burnett, his second consecutive strikeout.
Well, he's just attacking the strike zone, getting ahead, puts Church on the defensive, and then this is just a wonderful sinker. Great shot there on the Exmo of his fingers in between the seams. Gets the ball to tail back in, lefty to a lefty, back underneath his hands. Great Exmo action.
Bases empty, 2 outs, and he throws a strike to Chris Young.
Last month, Sean Burnett has just been outstanding.
He sure looks more frisky with that fastball these days. Throwing it to lefties and to righties.
It's confidence. You have to think your stuff can get anybody out. I mean anybody. So you have to go out there with that intention that no one can touch you, no matter what you're throwing up there.
Drew Storen. And guess who got his first major league save the last time John Lennon pitched? Pop fly off to the right side, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
See, now I was wondering, when's his bobblehead night in Potomac? Because I think that's so cool. You just get up to the big leagues, you already have your own bobblehead night.
Yeah, and he collects them. It's a big hobby of his.
Don't we all?
How about that? You pitch 7 games someplace and they make you a bobblehead.
All right. I was just handed this. Friday, August 20th is Drew Storen bobblehead night down in Potomac.
Yeah, you wouldn't do that on Friday the 13th because the head would probably fall off. And that is a swing and a miss and a tag out by Will Nieves. Sean Burnett strikes out the side this ball game into the bottom of the 8th. Nationals getting great pitching tonight. It's a 4-2 ball game. Bottom of the order coming up. Your local Ford dealers. Your local Ford dealer invites you to experience Ford like never before. Ford, drive one, and by H.H. Gregg. We make buying TVs and appliances simple. H.H. Gregg price and advice guaranteed. White House beautiful on this Friday night. 4-2 Nationals. Maxwell, Nieves, and Bernardina coming up. Visit the official online shop of the Nationals at nationals.com. Browse the largest selection of official gear, including the latest apparel, nostalgic memorabilia, authentic classics for the whole family. Get your gear from the official source, nationals.com shop. Justin Maxwell against Aaron Heilman. Snappy breaking ball right down the middle. Heilman, 31, 6'5", 225. Most of his career with the Mets before he made 70 appearances for the Cubs last year.
Heavy sinkers. 92-mile-an-hour sinkers.
Comes out working quickly. Maxwell asking for time. Justin 0 for 3. Fly ball to right, grounder to short, swinging strikeout. What a changeup. Way out ahead.
Well, a young kid, he's going to be looking dead red fastballs. He gets the changeup, and that is the huge equalizer.
Very close, 2-2. And Maxwell 0 for 4 tonight. Ford drive of the game, and it comes from the number 8 spot in the lineup.
Couldn't happen to a nicer young man. Will Nieves, Ford drive of the game. He gets all over this Joe Saunders pitch. And it's out to the red porch for you, young man. And as Bob said, gets the silent treatment.
Not for long. But Pudge had nothing to do with that. He was the first to greet him. Will Nieves, by the way, just tied Pudge and homers with 2. So they can hear about that together, can't they?
Yeah, he's going, hey, kid, you got another few years to catch me in games caught and about 304 more to catch me in home runs.
Bouncing the ball up the middle. Heilman takes it away from Will, who is smelling a 3-hit night. Heilman, 6'5", helps on a play like that. 2 outs. And the hitter will be Roger Bernardino. Well, Pudge had a milestone against these Diamondbacks last week, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Second inning, Monday night, a week ago, against Rodrigo Lopez. His 300 as a catcher. So Will's just overall 203 behind Pudge. Actually, 303. Pretty cool when he got the ball back, too. Roger Bernardino's in a bit of a skid with the bat. He did have 2 hits last night. Went 3 for 12 in the Florida series. Just 4 for his last 17. He laces that one right to Stephen Drew. And this one is right into the 9th inning. The Nats lead by 2, 4-2, trying to put one away. (703-590-2311). Burnett struck out this side in the 8th. Kelly Johnson leads off. Then a right-hander and a lefty. The Nats still could go to Drew Storm for the save. Adam Kennedy replacing Adam Dunn at first base. And Burnett continues to throw that fastball right under the hands of the left-handed hitters. Sean has a save this year. Storen has one. Clippard one. Batista one. Mets beat the Phillies tonight 1-0 behind ARI Dickey. You know how many hits the Phillies got? 1.
The knuckleball work.
After they scored 10 runs against the Dodgers last night. It must have been dancing.
Yeah, but they scored 8 of those 10 runs in the last 2 innings.
2-2 pitch up the middle, and Sean's got it on the glove side. Coming up in good fielding position.
Well, he's got nice mechanics. He finishes up forward, and so he's able to field his position. He's a fifth infielder when he lets go of the ball. And that probably saved a base hit. And that keeps him in the game.
To face Justin Upton. Doesn't like the baseball. Upton 0 for 3. Strikeout, ground ball, and a double play grounder. Same time tomorrow night. Jason Marquis, Ian Kennedy for the Diamondbacks. 3-0. Left-handed batter LaRoche on deck. We know how tough he's been on left-handed pitchers this year. Even though he went 0 for 3 against John Lannon tonight, still batting .320 or so against lefties.
Well, and you got LaRoche and Montero back to back, then Reynolds. Yeah, if it were to ever get that far.
And the big thing is, if he can,
Reynolds.
if he can get Upton, Rob, LaRoche cannot tie the game. Right now, he's probably their best hitter. Adam Kennedy's got a shot at this one. It's coming back though, and hits a foot or two foul. It was twisting back toward the infield, and Adam kind of ran a circle around it and couldn't get to where it landed.
And I'm sure that he could feel Alberto Gonzalez, because he knows, playing so much second base, that guy usually has the right of way. So as he heard footsteps, he kind of held up a little bit.
(3-2) with one out. Just moved Bernardina a couple of steps to his left. And there's a pop-up over that way. Gonzalez out, Bernardina in. Alberto has it. 2 outs. And it'll be LaRoche in a 2-run game. Johnny Holiday, Ray Knight right here at the ballpark. Nats Extra coming up when this one's over. LaRoche is 0 for 3. And Burnett throws in. First pitch, breaking ball, front door.
Well, like you said right here, probably knows there's a righty on deck. Actually, there's a lefty on deck, but this guy can't beat him with a home run.
John Burnett's acting like a closer right now. He's got great pitcher's momentum going right now. Trying for a 2-inning save. That's a swing and a miss. One throw and the game's over. Nats win it in 2 hours and 25 minutes. And evidently Friday night is becoming John Lannon night. He has W's on the last 2 Fridays. And the Nats finally, Rob, reached 50 wins on the year.
Well, and it was John Lannon's night. Friday the 13th, that was the best we've seen him this year. He was in total command of the entire night. And it's just a great finish by Sean Burnett.
Outstanding game for the Nats tonight. 4-2, and the weekend is off to a great start.